Hi, I'm Alana. Welcome to another video. In today's video, we are doing a Get Ready With Me for Church. I've just started reading this book called Existential Psychotherapy by Irvin D. Yalom, and I've only just started it, but it talks about how the four main things that existential psychotherapy is about the study of how people wrestle with their existence and like their mortality. And so I'm only at the beginning of this book, so I will make a video about what existential psychotherapy is when I finish the book. But so far it's about how there are four main things that people wrestle with in their lives, and these things are death, freedom, isolation, and meaninglessness. So the four main things that people wrestle with in their lives are death, freedom, isolation, and meaninglessness. Yeah, I'm really excited to learn about what is existential psychotherapy. And I also just finished reading another really good book called The Age of Magical Thinking by Joan Didion. So this book is about a rich white lady who loses her husband, and it's basically about how she has all the money and connections in the world to get the best possible medical care and the best possible everything, but how money doesn't protect her from grief, from death, because money doesn't protect you from death. So it's about how she deals with her grief after losing her husband. And she and her husband are both writers. They're both writers and they lived in New York. And it's the best book I've read in so long. The Age of Magical Thinking is a really beautiful, really touching portrayal of grief, and I would highly recommend it. I feel so sad now that it's over, now that I've finished it, because it was such a good book. So now I feel sad. I heard that you like the bad girls, honey. Is that true? It's better than I ever even knew. They say that the world was built for two. So if you've not yet read it, I would read that. The Age of Magical Thinking by Joan Didion. So here I am to worship, here I am to bow down, here I am to say that you're my God. By the way, if you're using dating apps, beware that Tinder is demonic. I'm not sure if Bumble is demonic, but Hinge is marginally less demonic. Hinge is probably the least demonic dating app available. Facebook is also demonic, so just be aware of the choices that you're making with your consumption of entertainment. So Tinder is demonic. Bumble is also demonic, I think. I don't use Bumble. But Hinge is the least demonic dating app that you can use, in my opinion. Hinge is the least demonic of all of the dating apps. Tinder is the most demonic. Also, Facebook is demonic. TikTok is demonic. But you don't need to use phones, right? You don't need to use smartphones and laptops and all this technology. You can go back to basics and just read books and make fire. I'm not telling you what to do though. Do whatever you want. I'm just warning you that Tinder is demonic, Facebook is demonic, and TikTok is also demonic. So just be wary of the apps that you are using, because some of them are deeply demonic. I think that's all for today. Don't forget that you're beautiful, you're perfect, I love you, all parts of you are perfect and okay. You are beautiful. You are the most beautiful girl he's ever seen, probably. Know your power, okay? Don't forget your power. Don't go mad with power. Try not to go mad with power. You are so beautiful. You're perfect. Don't let it go to your head, or you'll go mad with power and then you'll be mad like I am. Okay, this is kind of trailed off a bit. Anyway, did you miss me? So here I am to worship. We want to strike a balance between owning our power, knowing our power, and then going mad with power. See? You want to know your power. You should know your power because you are beautiful. You are perfect. But you should be wary not to tip over into too much power, because too much power, that feels like manic. That feels like madness. So has this been helpful? Comment down below. You know, I have a nephew and he's just turned 18 and he's gorgeous. He's a handsome, strapping young gentleman, and he's noticed that he's been getting a lot of attention from girls lately. And I told him, like, don't let it get to your head. And so my nephew is learning to like wield this power for the first time, because he has like this power, you know? It's a delicate thing to wield power. When you realize that like all these pretty girls are crying over you, it's hard. It's going to be hard for him, but I have faith and I trust that he will wield it wisely. See, power is a funny thing because you have too little of it and you are helpless. But if you have too much of it, then you go mad. And I feel like if you have too little or too much of it, because if you have too little of it, then you're oppressed and then you can also go mad. And there's one last story that I want to tell on this point of power and perspective and creating your own reality. My dad tells this story of a time when he was, I think he said that he was overseas and he was checking into a hotel. And the way my dad tells it, he's like, so I went up to the desk and I was checking in and I could see that this girl was checking me out. And my dad says, and I could see that this girl thought that I was Sean Connery. So I asked, did she ask if you were Sean Connery? And in my dad's version of this story, no, she didn't actually say that. He could just tell by the way she was looking at him that she thought that he was Sean Connery. So the point of the story is believe in yourself, know your power, and create your own reality. You have the power. You have the power with every decision to choose either love or fear. So choose wisely, go forth and prosper, and try not to go mad with power. I read a quote today. You are so powerful that if you think you are not, you are not.